funny thing, isn't it, when you remember back to Meghan Markle sitting down with one of my all-time favourite people actually of this year, Jamie Kern-Lima. I just found her absolutely fascinating that anybody could sit through an interview and literally just come up with such platitudes as I'm getting full body chills, and it was the way she sort of did the things, wasn't like, yeah, and you kind of think, right, is this a serious sort of interview? Is this the thing that we should all be inspired by? Well, seemingly so. But Meghan, of course, during that particular conversation, let slip, didn't she? Even though she was detailing her very heavy morning workload about lunch boxes and fruit and, the school run and the games and the uniforms and everything. Well, as ever, full of contradiction. But now, of course, what's more interesting, in my opinion, is the fact that, yes, if you wanted, you too could be working for Harry and Meghan. But here's the bits that they don't tell you. As ever, let me explain. Morning, good to see you, chums. Thank you so much for joining me today in the very heart of Kensington. I hope you're keeping well. Nice to have your company. I don't know about you, but so many people have been and gone, haven't they, from the Archwell swinging door. It must be strange if you've been a long-term member. You see, Meghan, if you remember, said in that podcast interview that the nanny had been with her for 5 years. Wow, that's almost gold clock material stuff, isn't it? I mean, 5 minutes you could be up there for a stick-on badge or something, but nonetheless, 5 years is a long time. And we now know that Harry and Meghan are looking for not one, but 2, and potentially 3 possible nannies, plus a house manager. Now, it's interesting with the agency that they're with because it's very sort of well known actually in that particular circles. And more interestingly, I don't know if you know this, but Prince Harry was always keen originally to have one of those professional Norland nannies, the ones I mean. I don't know if you've ever seen the documentary, absolutely fascinating, to the dedication, the hard work and the training that is required. But then when you look at the positions and of course the prestige of the families that you're working for, you can totally understand it. Now, here's where this gets interesting, because you see, when you go for the position with Meghan and Harry to be their day or night or middle nanny, picture that, right, chums? So there's 3 shifts. Which bit of that is Meghan Markle playing mommy dearest? Right? What bit does she do? Again, it's just very strange. Perhaps the only time Meghan sees these children is when she wheels them out for the Instagram stuff. You get the picture. Now, here's where this, as I say, gets really interesting, because even though you may have got an interview, right? You may have got through the first stage. There can be up to 3 interviews until you meet the glorious leaders, that is Meghan and Harry. But don't be fooled by this, because I have it on excellent authority that in fact, before you get to that, amazing stage of meeting these people, you will have already been observed by Meghan and Harry via the cameras in their room. Oh yes, because they want to be sure that they're not wasting their time. So they make a decision before you've even got to this point. Now, again, I have to say, and as ever, we have to use the word allegedly. This is nothing new. I know this happens in celebrity households, right? They do this because obviously people get starstruck if they meet somebody and, maybe it's an international singing star and they're the favourite fan. Some people might even want the position simply because they want to be near their favourite person. Do you see how this works? Can't quite see how it would work with Meghan and Harry, but there you go. And then once you get through that particular final interview, whatever you want to call it, then you get to meet them, and then you have to sell yourself again on the top of that. Now, when you look at the criteria, and what you've seen is some of the public criteria, there are some private criteria, basically meaning that you are available 24/7. And really, they don't want any attachments, meaning you can't have a partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. You literally just have to be available. And this could include, of course, travel in the future. I wouldn't hold too much hope out on that, given the fact that both Meghan and Harry are saying they're not travelling with their children because they're too young. So that's going to be at least another 3 to 4 years. Who could stomach that for 4 years? You get the picture. But you see, and Harry's also pointed out that he won't be bringing the children back to the United Kingdom simply because it's not safe. The money is on remuneration. So basically, if you've got a lot of experience, then that could be quite good. The one thing that was fascinating though from this particular source, and this is the bit that really made me smile, that absolutely 100% the nanny doesn't need to be a glamorous glorification of what an expectation nanny should be. Basically, it's best if you're plain. So because nobody can outshine the Queen in the land of Montecito. And the bottom line is, of course, her nervousness at maybe somebody making eyes towards the former royal known as the Duke of Sussex could be another massive criteria. Now, before I go, I can see you're all jumping to go online and see if you could qualify to become, of course, the nanny for Meghan and Harry. It's a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Shaw, Kensington, London.